I'm back, still sitting out here on the lake. Wanted to make sure I covered money, ATM machines, currency exchange. Make sure this doesn't fly across. Currency exchange and where we go. I don't typically go, but the Mr. does go into the bank. I'm the lookout person. But anyway, there's a bank here called CNB. CNB is very reliable. They have lots of banks locations. They have lots of ATMs. They also have currency exchange. Now, the first time we went, this is in Dar es Salaam I'm talking about. The first time that we went, we were checking into our hotel at 4 Points. We literally walked across the street to the bank, and we were able to walk up in a particular line. And I guess that line was just for currency exchange. Just for currency exchange. Gave her the US dollars, and without having to show any, ID and all that, because I feel like whenever you have to pull out your passport, sometimes you're just sort of letting people around you know that you're, not from here. So it's better to just kind of be smooth about it. So you go in, you get in line, you show your cash. In our case, we show our US cash. She gives you your shillings, your Tanzanian shillings. And right now, if you're using US crispy $100 bills and $50 bills, you get a higher exchange rate. I think they just rather deal with the larger bills. So if you're taking hundreds and fifties in there, you're going to get a better exchange rate, which is right now about 2,300 Tanzanian shillings to what is it? $1 US. Yeah, $1 US equals 2,300 and about 9 TZ shillings. So pretty good rate, and we only try to use the $100 bills. So, and the other thing with that is, and why you would want to do that, is that you don't want to hit the ATM every day. You don't want to hit the ATM every week, because there is truly a fee. We all know that, and that fee is about enough to buy a meal. We can buy a meal with that fee. So we choose not to pay the fee, and we back it all the way back up to home before we leave. I always go to my local bank, which is Regions. One of them, one particular location in our city offers currency exchange. They offer currency exchange. Typically, they can get any currency that you want in a matter of days. This particular time, I had trouble getting the money to me, and it wasn't a good thing, because we really did want to come in country with a nice amount of money. And what's that? 10,000. Yeah, don't bring more than 10,000 US dollars to this country, because it won't be allowed. And they will ask you, how much money do you have? So I never thought they would ask you that, but they did ask us. I don't know if it was my earrings or what it made them I think I even had 10,000 dollars. But they asked us. So don't bring more than that. You won't need that. Like I was saying, you want to go in to your local bank. If they'll do it, find out early. Will you give me currency? Will you exchange currency for me for whatever country it is that you're going into? And typically they'll get it somehow. And if that's not the case, find out who does. But I know Regions in my city will get that money exchanged. I've gotten Moroccan dirham, I've gotten the euro, I've gotten the, what do you call it, the TZ shilling. So we've been okay with it. Anyway, so that works out. The other thing is, if you have to go to the ATM, there's always security there. Usually there's 2 guys sitting out there securing the area day and night. So you can go in, but you're going to pay, like I said, enough to buy a small meal if you have to continue to pay those fees. So what we try to do is, once we go to the currency exchange, just get a little stack. Get you a stack, because it'll stretch. Because I don't use cash to pay for hotels and things like that. That's always on our debit cards or whatever. So the cash that we use is for just moving around. And because we believe in tipping people, we do try to keep some smaller bills on us. We believe in blessing them as well. So sometimes we'll just kind of, peel off a couple of $10,000 bills and just make it happen for them, because everyone is not doing the same in this country, or any country for that matter. Everyone's not doing the same. And what we think is just a little bit is a lot of bit to some people. doesn't hurt to always bring a little extra to share. And that's almost a must with us. Bring some extra to share. So back to the money, you'll have enough. I would say budget $100 a day. If you feel like you want to do a little bit more, do a little bit more. It's how you choose to experience your vacation, your stay away, that it will, determine how much money you need to bring. Taxis, typically they have Uber here. There's Uber, there's Bolt, B-O-L-T. You can put that app on your phone. It works just as well as Uber. When you get to Dar es Salaam, of course, at the airport, they say Uber can't come up to the airport for some reason, but they can drop you off, but they can't come up to pick you up. So we'll dig into that. But $30 is about what it's going to cost to take you into town, into the city, into where you're staying that night. It's going to run you about an average $30 to $35 US, point blank. And they don't charge per person or how many bodies of butts are in the seat. It's just a one-way drop off. What else? If you got a question, you have to ask me and I'll try to answer you. But that's about it as far as the money goes. Your card, remember to tell your bank that you are leaving whatever city or country or state you're in. Tell your bank that you are leaving town so that your card does work. So again?
If you have problems with your card.
Oh, yeah. If you have problems with your card, you got problems with your card. But if you do, we have trouble with ours. And we went to both of our credit unions to tell them that we were leaving. No, we didn't. We called one and went to the other one to tell them that we were leaving the country and that we wanted those cards to work. And we told them which places that we were going to. They did work the first couple of days. And I don't know what happened, but things just stopped. Things stopped on both of our cards. And I had a different card that did work, but it's just like, what are we doing? So we called, and the time zone is different. Here we're 8 hours ahead of the States. So most of the states in the States. So we had to wait till, of course, the evening time to afternoon to call the bank and say, hey, what are we doing? You can also send an email or chat with your bank to let them know, hey, my card is acting a little cocky. I need you to bring it up. So to get that card reactivated for the country that you're in. And that's what happened with us, and it did work. They did get on it right quickly. Sometimes you'll see that when you're having trouble with the card, and this is what we had trouble with at John Wani Seabreeze resort we stayed at. We're running the card and it's being declined. Keep running the card and it's being declined. So when I'm looking at my phone at the app, it's showing that the card, the charge is pending. So we had 3 charges of $275 back to back. So that takes it out of your account until it can be cleared up or the pending charge is actually clear. Not good. So we got on that. We called the bank. I didn't. I emailed them and I told them what was going on, and I sent them pictures of the receipts, the decline receipts, all 3 of them, and I sent them the one where it was paid from a different card. So they quickly took care of that, put those charges, took them off, cleared that money to be back in the account, not deducted. They didn't debit it. So it was pretty smooth, but you have to be aware of it and ready for it, because little weird money things like that will happen. That's why I'm an advocate of bringing extra cash with you. So there's no reason to say, oh, well, my cards aren't working, so I'm stuck. We don't do the stuck thing. So bring some extra cash, and whether you intend to use it or not, save your money. Save your money. It's not difficult to take trips. It's not difficult to get away. And this change of scenery for us is really good, because we see things and hear things in our community where we live we don't need to see or hear every day. So this is a change of scenery. There's no stressors. Anything that we need done, somebody's able to help us with it, and they are glad to help us with it. That's a big deal. They're glad to help you with it. So the thing is, I cook at home, we eat at home, and if we have to eat at home for a month, we will, because sometimes it's healthier anyway. But that's one of the ways that we save money, by not going out to sometimes mediocre restaurants trying to, spoil ourselves when, hold on, we can spoil ourselves here. Okay? We can wait. We spent 4 days here, so we can wait. We can wait to get here and spoil ourselves and enjoy, and just cook at home and use that Vitamix, make some soup. And it's really important too. And I'll back up to that and then I'll shut it down. Your health is important, and you building up your immune system and really being ready to be on another continent, and look cute and not beat up and sick in the bed. So you want to eat at home. You want to detox. You want to start pushing all your fluids. You want to make sure that you're well hydrated before you leave. You want to make sure that you started exercising and walking and moving around, getting your blood flowing, making sure that you've got cleaned out. All of that, that's important. So to back off of eating, the same diet maybe that you're exposing yourself to that may not be as good as it should be, it's better to go ahead and back off. I say 30 days because it's a conscious thing to start backing off, scrubbing your body, doing some extra stuff as far as getting ready to go. The juices are here, the coconut water is here, the fresh food is here. So once you come here clean, you're set. You're good to go. You can do whatever you want to do at that point. But I have a video on some health tips that we recommended, some things that we just kind of subconsciously do. But I do have a video out on that, so look for that. So that's about it. But back off the fast food, back off the restaurants. Save that money, pocket it. Pay attention to how much you're spending, and you'll know how much you can save. Pocket it, and then be ready to come to the continent and have some fun and eat good, because it's a whole lot of fish in this lake called Victoria. Signing off. Hollywood. Yeah, he said big fish. We had a fish so big last night for dinner here in Malacca. We couldn't finish. We could barely finish. We really did finish, but it was just like, this is a big fish. And I promise you, when we got up, our bill was probably $25 or $26. That was with beverages,